So this is the Joby Gorillapod SLR-Zoom. And it's very similar here to the Archon tripod universal phone mount, where both of them can bend their legs, both of them can wrap around different things, but there are just a few key differences between them that makes a big difference and impact on daily usage. However, this is not a comparison video, this is the review of the Joby Gorillapod SLR-Zoom. The Joby Gorillapod is a really unique tripod where you can bend the legs and have it in a shape that you want exactly. You can wrap it around things and you can also use it as a stabilizer if you want. So this is the ball head that comes with the Joby Gorillapod SLR-Zoom, and it's made of some really tough metal, and it has also a level on the front of it so you can see whether your shot's leveled or not. And if you just turn this knob, you can move the ball head itself in any direction and any angle to get a nice interesting shot if you wanted to. And you can tighten it up and have it really secure. So this is what's called a quick release mount or a quick release plate. And what it is basically you don't have to unmount your camera every time. You can just press one button and your camera's unmounted. So you can put the camera on another tripod, or you can just, I don't know, detach it for some reason, and it basically works like this. You're using it and you just wanted to take it out for whatever reason, maybe take out an SD card or change a battery or something, and you put the tripod over to the side and it's revealed right there. So you can take out some with the coins, you can have some tripod quick release plates that have a built-in unscrew type of mechanism, and it goes on just as easily. So now this tripod actually doesn't come with the ball head, and you have to buy that separately. But I think it's worth the extra money because it gives you a lot more flexibility with whatever shot you're getting. You can get a lot more angles and it just becomes more interesting. So the pros of this tripod, this Gorillapod, are that it's versatile. You can basically use the ball head for pretty much any angle. It's easy to manipulate, so you can bend the legs and you can put it basically anywhere. On a surface, on like a pole or something. You can wrap it around a pole due to its, again, bendy legs. You can use it for a variety of options, such as I showed you earlier, as a steady cam if you want to, and it's very sturdy, so you can wrap it around different types of like objects, like again a pole, or maybe even a chair rest, like an armrest, and it'll be fine. It'll be really sturdy and tight. So those are the pros, but now let's take a look at some of the cons. So this thing, as good as it is really kind of big. So it doesn't really fit in my camera bag as you saw earlier. I'd have to deconstruct these two parts. This is the ball head and this is the actual tripod itself with the legs. And it doesn't really fit if I put these two together and then put it in my bag. So I'd have to deconstruct them and then I'd have to put it in my bag so everything can fit. But the reason that I do put it in my bag is because it's really versatile. It's very helpful in whatever situation I'm in. So I kind of have to. I have to go through this process, and if the shot's worth it, which it usually is, then I do it. This tripod is also kind of low quality, or okay quality. I can't really say that it's low quality, but it's not really good. So this is actually the second one that I've gotten. It's a replacement, and the reason is because my previous one, I actually had some cracks in the, in between these things, like right where the plastic is, right there. And it would always make the leg piece looser, and that would be inconvenient for shots such as, like, if I'm putting a heavy camera on here, it might fall. And I don't really want that to happen. I'd want it to stay still, get the shot properly, but if the thing is cracked and the legs are loose, then it won't stand properly, it'll fall over. Again, like in some of Casey Neistat's vlogs. Yeah, and sometimes these legs actually come apart. This is a new one, so I'm not exactly gonna try to show you but this is these legs, these aren't actually like glued, they're just like tightly fit into one another, and sometimes they come apart, and when they do, it's not really broken. You could just put it back in and it'll be fine. So yeah, that's why it's just okay quality. It's not that great, nor is it that bad. So this tripod is actually slightly heavy. So with like a lighter camera such as the Canon EOS M series, the mirrorless series, that onto this would only make it just this much heavier, like very little. And if you put something like a Canon 5D, a really heavy camera, which is again a lot more bigger because it's not a mirrorless camera, it is a DSLR, so it would kind of make sense that it was heavier. So if you put that on here, then it would definitely be a lot more heavier to hold around, and if you're to vlog with it, then that'd be a pain in the arm. And well, this thing is nice. It's quite light, but it's not the lightest thing in the world. There is definitely lighter Gorillapods that Joby does sell, and if you want something lighter, then this is not for you. But if you have like a big camera, or even a kind of medium-sized camera such as the Canon SL2, the new Canon SL2, then this is definitely worth it. It's not too heavy, but it's not light as well. So that's a good, for me, that's a good middle ground, I guess you could say. So this Joby Gorillapod SLR-Zoom is very similar to the Archon tripod mount. It's a universal phone mount, which you can put a phone here using this kind of thing where you just extend this thing and a phone can fit inside, whereas this thing is not really meant for phones. It's meant for small DSLRs or mirrorless cameras. These two are very similar and they share the same purpose basically, but if you want to see the review of this, I'll link it right down below, or I'll have a card somewhere here on the screen, and you can go check that out. But basically this tripod is awesome. It's a little bit more money, but for what it's worth, it really works and it gives you the same benefits, just a little bit more convenience. So if you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up right below. You know where it is. And if you want to see more like this, then give it a big subscribe click. No, to subscribe if you want to see more like this, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.